Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. We keep talking about this day in, day out, but you children, you will not listen. I don't know what your problem is. Must you do what everybody is doing? Whether it is right or wrong, especially the wrong things. You keep doing it, you just keep following your friends. Even when you know what they are doing is wrong. Anyway, we will keep sounding the alarm bell because for us parents, we don't want you, our children, to get lost, so to say. Do you know what it means to bring up a child? And at the end of the day, the child becomes wayward, the child becomes derailed, and nothing good comes out of that child. It can be very, very painful. So I'm here today to tell you that you must not do what every other person is doing. All your friends, especially if what they are doing is wrong. For example, today is Valentine's Day. Okay. And everybody is talking about love, love, love. But the young people, are overwhelmed by this idea of love. And what is at the back of their minds is sex. Yes, sex. Even though for the girls, they are also thinking of money, money, money. And they give in to sex because they want money, they want gifts from the boys. But that is not all about love. And when your friends pressurize you to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, even when you are not ready, even when you don't understand the stakes, why must you succumb? Even when they provoke you, saying you are a weak man, you are afraid of girls, you are shy, you are not beautiful for the girls. They'll say you have a boyfriend. If you don't have a boyfriend, it means you are not beautiful. All of that is fallacy. Don't listen to all those stories. You can be whoever you are, whatever you are, without necessarily doing what your friends are doing, without having a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and indulging in irresponsible sex, in precocious sex, when it is not yet time for you. Let me take this example of this little girl in Form 1, I think, who during break time was crying and crying, and her friends were trying to comfort her, and I was passing by and tried to find out what the matter was. And the friends told me, Madam, she brought a cake to her boyfriend, and the boyfriend shared it to other girls in the class and refused to give her. And I said, but why did he refuse to give her? Madam, it's because he has another girlfriend, and that is why she is crying. And I said, Form 1. Now they go to Form 1 very young, 10 years, 11, some even 9. And you're already having stress issues because of a boyfriend. So I took her to the class and I said, look up. The boy is happy, with other girls, and you are here crying and being miserable. Why? Why do you want a boyfriend at this age? What do you want to do with a boyfriend in the first place? Concentrate on your studies, and when the time is ripe, you have, a responsible boyfriend, a fiancé, a husband, and that will be good enough for you. So again, I say you must not have a boyfriend because the pressure is wrong. Your friends, when you know it is not right for you at the time. I'm talking about sex now. When you indulge in precocious sex, sex before your time, some of you don't even know the consequences, the negative consequences. Some they even use precautions, or let's say condoms. Even though you will still say at a young age you are not even supposed to indulge in it in the first place. But now you go and have sex without even protecting yourself, and you might catch a disease. HIV, it still exists. It has not disappeared. There are many other sexually transmissible diseases that you can get, and that will be a serious health issue for you. And let's suppose you get pregnant for the girls. You are dismissed from school, or you withdraw from school, so to say. Who is losing? The boy continues with his education, and your education is disrupted. What of those who attempt abortion? There are negative consequences. You might catch a serious infection. You might destroy your womb and not be able to have children in the future and begin to have problems in your marriages. You might even die. As we all know, many have died because of abortion. Now, by the grace of God, you have the child. Some cannot even feed the child. They can't take care of the child. And they call you teenage mother, which is derogatory in the first place. It's a negative appellation. Teenage mother. Where is a teenage father? Who talks about a teenage father? Some of them even refuse to acknowledge the pregnancy. And they continue with their lives, their education. And some, at the end of the day, when they're ready, they go and get married to someone else. And you begin to have problems with either getting a husband because you already have a child. You begin to have problems with taking care of the child, with your parents and your family, for bringing disgrace, as it is often seen in our culture, to have a child before marriage, or sometimes you say you don't want even to disclose the father, and so on and so forth. All those are problems that young people should not shoulder. Don't bring it upon yourself. Concentrate on your studies, and when the time is ripe, of course, you have a boyfriend, like I said earlier. You have a husband, and all your dreams will be realized. All your potentials will be realized. Now, another serious issue when it comes to peer pressure is drug consumption. Especially with boys. Now, many girls are also getting into it. You get into drugs because your friends will initially say, Master, just taste them now, just taste them. Now, just try them, just this one time, just try them, you'll see. And then you go ahead and try. Whereas you have heard over and over that when you try it the first time, you will become hooked, you will become addicted. And all the negative consequences that ensue. But you go ahead and try because you want to please your friends, you want to belong. Why must you try it in the first place when you know that it is a wrong thing to do, when you know the negative effects? And what they will use to tell you, to convince you, to force you, is that when you take drugs, you become bold. You become bold. Why do you want to be bold? And what do they do with this boldness? They attack their teachers, they attack their schoolmates with guns and knives and all kinds of sharp objects. They get into fights, which some even lose their lives. They disobey their parents, talk to them anyhow, do whatever they want to do, all the negative things. They become deviant in all respects of the word. Is that why you want to be bold? Chasing girls, raping them, stealing from your parents and from the neighbors, stealing not only money, but taking their properties to go and sell and squander the money, and making big boy. You are a big boy. How does that help you? Is that really beneficial to your life? And another point I want to bring up today about this peer pressure is the fact that some students are pressurized into skipping school, skipping classes or lectures for those who are in the university. Some will leave home, for those who are day students, and instead of going to school, they will follow their friends and go roaming in town, in the markets, visiting people in their offices, at their other workplaces, going drinking in bars, and so on and so forth. And then you also follow sheepishly. You go along with them. Those in boarding schools will skip fences, break bounds, as they say, skip over the fence and go and be roaming in town, looking for I don't know what, just wasting time, on irrelevant activities. Those who are in the university, who are supposed to be older and wiser, skip their lectures, travel from one town to the other, looking for what I don't know. Maybe the girls are looking for men to devour. The boys are doing drugs and, stealing or doing all kinds of irrelevant or unwholesome activities, going after women, and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, who is losing? And the sad thing is that even children from poor homes don't even stop to think. They follow some of these rich kids who have other alternatives. For some of them, when they are dismissed or they fail, their parents look for other schools for them. Their parents send them abroad. Those who fail, their parents can, even look for private teachers for them. And when they graduate, they look for, even if they don't have the certificates for some, their parents look for jobs or buy competitive exams for them. Or, there's a company, a business ready for them to come and work there with you from a poor background. For some of you, your future is just destroyed. Some of you don't progress anymore. You are worse off than when you started school, so to say, because you have wasted resources, your parents' resources, and at the end of the day, you have nothing to show for it. So why don't you think? Why don't you consider your situation, your background, your present situation, your future aspirations, which are at stake by the way you are behaving, because you want to fit in with your friends. And this group of boys or girls, so to say, who want to prove big, they go around bullying others, bullying the younger students or even their classmates, even older students. What am I saying? In school, those in the quarters, seizing their properties, and so on and so forth. They become big bullies. Everybody is afraid of them, and they are happy, and they think that they are the king or the queen of the school. They rule all other students or of the quarters because everybody is afraid of them. Everybody fears them. That is just temporary. At the end of the day, your negative activities will catch up with you. Some end up in prisons. Some end up school dropouts, and they can't, have a good job. They can have a settled life. Some end up drug addicts or even become mad on the streets. and there's no future for them, so to say. So all of this I'm saying, has little or no benefit to you. You lose out. And we, the parents too, in the process, we lose out. So I want to say, think twice before you act. Don't just do whatever everybody is saying, especially if it is negative. I keep saying that even children in primary school, they know what is right and what is wrong. When a friend tells the other, go and bring snacks, maybe biscuit or whatever, go and take it from your house and bring, let's eat. A reasonable one will say, no, I won't, because my mother will or my father will beat me. Yes, they know that it is wrong and they will not do it. So what about you who are older? So the older you get, the wiser you should be. I don't talk my own. No. We don't want to lose for picking them for this crazy world, but it begin to just be destroyed anyhow. And one of the reasons, is the lack of self-confidence, lack of self-esteem. In the previous video, I talked about self-confidence and esteem. Might want to go and watch that. Because if you have confidence in yourself, you don't think that you should have confidence only we are among a group of rough boys, rough girls, a group of people who think that you must be drugged in order to be bold, to be strong, to face situations. No. And if they tell you that you will not be their friend if you don't toe the line, of course you must not be their friend. Why do you want to be with a friend who does drugs, who rapes, classmates, who beats up people, who vandalizes, who bullies, who doesn't go to school, does all the wrong things? Why must you be their friend, or why must they be your friend? You can find friends who are positive, who have a positive view towards life, who can impact you positively, and who can make you grow and help you to realize your full potentials. So that's the tip I had for you for today. This is Mommy G. And if you liked this video, please subscribe and then share it to your friends, especially to the young ones. Parents, share to your children. 1 or 2 children might just be inspired by it and might change their ways. And little by little, we'll have our children on the right track. Thank you for watching. Bye.